welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Becca and today I have my Contemporary-A-Thon Tbr. So the Contemporary-A-Thon is hosted by the lovely Chelsea from Chelsea Darling Reads, Julie from Pages and Pens, and Natasha from My Reading is Odd. This is the third round of the readathon. I have taken part in all 3 rounds, and essentially it's just a week-long readathon where you just read contemporaries. There are 7 challenges and I'm going to be aiming to fill them all, and this takes place between the 17th and the 23rd of September, I believe. I will be doing a week-long vlog for this. I won't be daily vlogging this time, and I don't think I'm going to be doing a separate wrap-up for this one because it is the 15th of September and I still have not even finished one book. So all of the books that I do read in Contemporary-A-Thon will just be in my normal September wrap-up. As you may have guessed, I'm in a bit of a reading slump, so I'm going to try and double up on as many of the challenges as I can, and I have 4 books that are going to complete all 7 challenges. So let's just talk about what I'm going to be reading. So the first book I'm going to be reading will complete 3 challenges, and that is challenge number 1, to read a book with orange on the cover, challenge number 2, to read a dark or spooky contemporary, and challenge number 6, to read a book from a new to you author. And I'm going to be reading a book I recently picked up from the library, and that is going to be Sal by Mick Kitson. I actually didn't intend to get this book. I heard about it in somebody's wrap-up and it must have just like lodged in my brain because that same day I went to the library to pick up a book I'd reserved and it was just there displayed on a shelf, and I was like, you know what, I'll take that. So as you can see, there is orange in the sunset on the cover, and this is about 2 sisters. The older sister is being abused by their father, and so when the younger sister reaches the age that the older sister started to be abused, she takes her little sister and she runs away with her. I believe that this is a UK author as it is set in Scotland, and I'm pretty interested to see because I don't generally love things set in the UK, even though I am English. This obviously fits the second challenge as it does have quite a dark premise. It is about familial abuse, and if I'm being really morbid and honest, I really love dark or taboo contemporaries. I kind of realised that I maybe don't identify with fluffy YA contemporaries anymore, but I still don't yet identify with adult contemporaries, so I like something with a little bit of grit and substance, and I think I'm going to really enjoy this one. The next book I want to read will complete 2 challenges, and they will be challenge number 3, to read a diverse contemporary, and challenge number 5, to read a book that has all of your initials on the cover. So my initials are RLB, and I'm going to be reading To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. I do actually own the second book in this series, but I don't own the first, and I can't seem to find a copy of the book anywhere. They only have the audiobook on Scribd, and I've heard it's not very good. I went into my local Waterstones looking for it, couldn't find it, and I really want the original cover, but I think I'm just gonna have to order the movie cover off Amazon. And I essentially want to read this so that I can watch the movie some point in the very near future, and I thought, you know what, this is perfect for the initials challenge and I may as well read it in Contemporary-A-Thon. So as you all know, this follows Lara Jean, who is Korean American. I'm going to use that for the diverse challenge. I'm not sure how much her culture and her race plays, but she is Korean American, so I'm taking that as being diverse. And Lara Jean has a lot of crushes. When she sort of starts to get over these crushes, she writes a letter to kind of expel her feelings and just stores them in a box. Until one day, all of her letters are mailed out to the people they are addressed to, and I'm guessing that things start to get a little bit awkward for Lara. Like I just said, I don't really relate to young adult contemporaries anymore, but as long as it's cute and quick to read, I'll be happy with it. The next book I'd like to read is To Fulfill Challenge 7, to read a 5-star prediction, but it could also fulfill challenge 4, to read a book in a non-traditional format. This is a reread for me, and I'll be rereading Dancing in My Nutty Pants by Louise Renison. This is the 4th book in the Georgia Nicholson series that I read when I was a teenager. However, I never finished the series because I never read the last book. So I'm doing kind of like just a casual reread of them. I absolutely love these, they're hilarious. There is some problematic language now as they were published in, I think this one's 2001 or 2002, but it's like nostalgia factor. I'm gonna give it 5 stars because I love this series and I know I'm gonna love it because it's more of a nostalgia thing than like reading good literature kind of thing. But I do really like the audiobooks for these that are narrated by Louise Renison, so I'm going to be reading this mainly in audiobook, but if I'm finding that I can't cram any more audiobook hours into my day, I will just flip through this book. So it may complete challenge 4, but it will definitely complete challenge 7 because I don't really see a way that I won't be giving this 5 stars. This series follows Georgia Nicholson, who is, I believe, 14, and she's kind of just discovering boys, going through puberty, learning how to shave her legs and pluck her eyebrows, and it's just about her and her gang of friends and the altercations with boys she gets into, and it's just really funny and really sweet. And then I don't have to read this book, but if I do get around to it, I will be using it to complete the non-traditional format challenge, and I believe I'm going to be reading Hopeless by Colleen Hoover. I will definitely be reading a Colleen Hoover book. They are all available on Scribd and I've added them to a list, and I'm reading them in publication order. The last thing I read was the last book in the Slam series, and I believe Hopeless was the book that she published after Slammed. I don't actually know what it's about, but I really like reading Colleen Hoover books because they're really quick and addictive. I'm not going to say that they're great, and they definitely have problematic themes, but I love the drama and I love the angst, and they're just so addictive and compelling to read. So I have no doubt that if I can get to this, I will read it really quickly. So that's everything for my Contemporary-A-Thon TBR. Please let me know if you're taking part and what books you will be reading. Also, please don't forget to like this video if you liked it and subscribe if you want to. If you head into my description box, you'll find a link to my Goodreads, Instagram and Twitter if you'd like to follow me on any of those, as well as a link to my Bookish body butter and candle website, the Instagram for that, and a 10% off discount code. But that's it from me today. Bye!
Oh, you bite your friend like chocolate. You say you're go when nobody knows, with guns hidden under our petticoats. We're never gonna quit it, no, we're never gonna quit it, no.